going to be diving into all things irresistible offers. Most importantly, how do we sell? How do we sell our programs, our offers, our sessions, like the beautiful gifts that you have to share with the world? How do we get it in the hands of more people, the people who need it? That's what we're all about here, okay? So the first thing that I want to share, and I do have, again, my whiteboard, I have my computer with all my notes here. I'm so excited to get into like all the details. But the first thing that I think is really important, if you watched my story from earlier, I shared how important it is to begin your day, begin your work by aligning your vibe, by getting into the energy. What do I mean by that? I mean, stop being the bottleneck in your business. Stop stunting your own growth by getting in your head and getting in your own way. Don't worry. I get it. We've all been there, okay? But that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe that we're bringing through this month. So the first thing that I really want and need you to do, okay, is I need you to really kind of bask in the energy of why what you're doing is important. Okay, so let's think first, bigger picture. Whatever your offer is, many people here are spiritual entrepreneurs, healers, coaches, therapists, right? Whatever it is that you do as a service provider, you're here to help other people one way or another, right? So what is the impact of your work? What happens if more people get this medicine that you're here to share and teach, you know? All right, so think about that. Then I want you to think about what is the impact of you actually reaching your goals with this offer. What impact is that going to make on your life? You know, you, your family, your loved ones. How much more time are you going to have for self-care? How much more are you going to be able to say yes to as far as maybe helping others, offering scholarships, you know, investing more in yourself, in your business, in your growth? It's really, really exciting when we think about what's possible, okay? And we want to really take that energy and, again, move forward. Okay, so I'm going to show you on this whiteboard sort of the main steps, the 3 main steps that we need in order to actually sell your offer. Now, first, let me just mention the difference between a program and an offer. So your program is the thing that you're doing. It's the energy work you're doing, the type of coaching you're doing, the modules that you go through, the you know, things that you do, right? Your program. The thing is, people don't give a fuck what your program is. They care about the transformation that you are offering, that they are going to experience by going through said program, okay? So here in this conversation, when we're talking about your offer, we're not talking about the stuff that you're doing. We are talking about the transformation that you are providing to these people who you are here to help, okay? Okay. So when we're thinking about a funnel, all right, of course this marker is not gonna, can you guys see that? You can see it's a funnel. All right, so we basically have 3 different levels. 1, okay, 2, 3, and it's backwards because it's mirrored. Okay, so I'm just gonna be pointing at this then. All right, so, so silly. All right, so first, you know, this is kind of what we're thinking about. We have the top of our funnel, we have the middle of our funnel, and then we have the end of our funnel, the bottom of our funnel. Okay, guys, so this is just a very basic sales journey that we are bringing people through when we are trying to get more people inside our offers. So at the very top level, here's where we're focusing on more visibility, getting in front of new people who might be potential good, you know, candidates for our offer. They might fit the bill as far as this offer is perfect for XYZ, right? So we're going to be talking about strategies to actually get in front of more of these people, as well as how to get those people to say I'm interested, and then we can bring them into the second level, the middle part of the funnel, which is that nurture piece, it's that connection piece, and it's that educating piece on helping them understand a little bit more about why your offer is perfect for them based on where they are right now in their journey, okay? And then the last step is conversion. So this is getting people to, the right people to say yes to your offer. Again, the people who this is perfect for. Now, there are oftentimes, what I see with entrepreneurs is there are holes all over this funnel, all over this sales process. And this is very, very simple, very simplified. We could obviously make this a lot more complicated, a lot more complex, add a ton more steps and things, but we value simplicity and ease in this corner of the intrawebs, okay? So that is what we are doing. That's what I want to share next. what we are going to be doing in detail. And this is also going to be really helpful for you if you have an offer, even if you're not ready to join this yet. I don't know why you wouldn't, honestly, if you have an offer that you're ready to sell, but if you're not there yet, that's totally fine. At least you're going to have the steps on what you need to do. So make sure you save this video, okay? All right, so very first thing, we actually start at the end, okay? If you've been in my world a while, you know I love to say we begin with the end in mind. And that is the first thing that we are going to be doing inside this accelerator, okay? We're gonna be beginning with the end, which means we're gonna start with your offer. This is about doing, okay? So these sessions are really focused on action and getting what you need out of this process so that you can start making more money, so that you can start selling your offer, so that you can start changing more lives, okay? So first day is going to be crafting your irresistible offer. Now, this is not like you're just coming and showing up with an idea. No. You must have a developed offer at this point, at least the idea of one. Ideally, you would have already even brought people through this offer one way or another. It's all right if it's not perfect or fine-tuned or if you've done a bunch, but ideally this is not something that you are just coming to class having conceptualized, all right? So during session one, we are going to be fine-tuning your messaging, and this is going to be done in a collaborative setting. So every single person is going to get this done, and I'm going to be there to give live support, to workshop anywhere that you're feeling stuck, okay? We are going to get complete clarity on your niche, so who your soulmate client is for this particular offer. And it's okay if you feel like you really suck at niching. That's totally fine and normal. You can come to this with that problem and we will fix it, okay? So we're gonna get super clear on who it is that you're marketing to, who you're targeting within this. We are going to nail down your pricing. So this is something that's become very, very clear and evident, is that there are a lot of people who are still really struggling with pricing for a number of different reasons. We're not gonna get into that now, but we are gonna fix that problem together, okay? And then your client journey, this is so important, okay? This is how we are going to figure out how to bring people through the sales process, by understanding the journey, okay? So day one is amazing. At the end of day one, you are going to have a fully fleshed out offer with a clear client journey. And then there's some homework. There's a little bit of homework that you're going to do after that. I'm going to give you a sales page template, and then you're going to write the copy for your offer. All of the copy, everything that you need to write magnetic messaging so that your clients are reading it and like so excited to get into your offers, okay? So we are going to refine that and then use that information. So we're going to pull out the key pieces for you to write your sales page. Now, like I said before, you know, there are, depending on where you are in your journey, whether this is brand new to you, maybe you've already built systems in sales pages and you have things that you can kind of like make copies from. So this is going to be very, very basic. If you're just starting out, this might literally just be done in a Google Doc or a Canva doc, okay? Doesn't have to be anything fancy, but the point is there is a piece of paper or digital paper, right, that you can give to somebody who's interested, that has everything that they need to know, not from the program perspective, but from the offer perspective, okay? All right, so that's day one. The next part is going to be your soulful sales mapping exercise, all right? So again, we're starting here. We're starting at the bottom of the funnel, that offer, that thing you're wanting to get people into, and then we have our client journey, okay? So we understand where they're starting and where they're ending. Now it's time to figure out that middle piece about how to actually convert them, okay? So during day two, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about lead generation, all right? So we're going to be mapping out how potential clients are going to move from curious to super excited to sign up for your shit, okay? We're going to identify lead generation tools. So again, this is going to be different for different people. This does not have to be super complex, like a really complicated automated funnel, although it could be. Don't rule anything out. But if you're not there yet and you don't have the tech or anything like that, this could be as simple as a call. It could be as simple as a checklist. It could be simple as a recording of something you've already done, okay? So we're gonna set that system up together, okay? And the thing is, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you every step of the way. So every question that you have, every block that you hit, mindset wise or tech wise, usually it's the techy wise, usually it could be a little combination of both of those things, okay? But we are going to work through all of that together so that by the end of day 2, you have a clear step-by-step process to attract and nurture your leads. Now, I also have some other helpful templates that I'm going to be giving you, like my lead tracker, like my step-by-step process in doing all of this on the free platform MailerLite as an example, okay? And then the cool thing about this container is that even though there is the live component and the live support, there's also asynchronous support. So there's a whole private community. So we're going to have all of that there. So everything is going to be very clear, very organized, and there will be places for you to ask questions based on where in the process you're working. Okay. So there's literally so much freaking support here. All right. So now we're on to day 3. Now, day 3 is the last day of doing. Okay, because day 4 is really going to be all implementation, co-working, getting shit done. So there's really only 3 days of like actions that you have to take. The rest of it is just applying it. All right. So day 3 is going to be creating your aligned launch strategy. So the live call, we're going to be talking about and covering visibility, content, and your sales strategy. So this is where we're going to be bringing all the pieces together, but really focusing on the top part of that funnel. So you see why we can't start up here? We can't start up here because there's so many other pieces that need to be complete before we're ready to bring people through the whole journey. And this is what's happening. We're creating more bottlenecks, clogging up the pipes, if you will, of the energy of your offer to flow. So day 3, we're going back to the top and we're figuring out how to bring people through this whole process. So we're going to be talking about getting in front of new people. We're going to be talking about visibility. We're going to be talking about audience growth. And then we're going to be talking about how to actually identify your warmer leads in your community and how to create an invitation. So this is another piece that a lot of people get hung up on. If you get my emails, look at the email that I sent out this morning where I talked about a class that was taught in my Rise Group coaching last week. And basically the majority of people are still feeling really uneasy about selling. They're feeling like it's sleazy. They're feeling like they're not confident in it. They're worried about getting rejected, right? So all these things are real. So I'm going to be giving you exactly what you need to do so that you can do this with confidence and without feeling like really icky about it, okay? So we're going to be also building your content strategy that's going to nurture and convert people using know, like, and trust framework. You're going to create a custom marketing plan that aligns with your audience and you, all right? So if you're like, I hate social media, I don't like Facebook, I don't like Instagram, I don't like TikTok, right? It doesn't fucking matter. Regardless of who you are, what you like to do, what you don't like to do, we're gonna create a plan that aligns for you, okay? So if you love this, you don't love that, right? This is where you get to pick and choose and create what is good for you as a human being, because we are not machines, right? I could give you this framework and tell you exactly what I do. It may not work for you because you're not me. And what works for you may not work for me because I'm not you. You know what I mean? Okay. So at the end of day 3, you are going to have your custom marketing plan that aligns with your audience. There's some other bonuses that you get to do in here if you want to. I'm not going to get into that. Don't want to overwhelm you. And like I said, after that, smooth sailing, babe. Day 4 is just implementation and co-working. Nothing new, just closing loops, checking off boxes, finishing things, coming to me saying, Alyssa, I got hung up here. Help me out, right? And then I'll pull you right out of the weeds. Okay, I'm really good like that. That's it. By the end of day 4, you have everything. You have your entire sales funnel mapped out, ready to go, likely done and executed on, to be completely honest. Like, there's not going to be hardly any stone left unturned that needs to happen to get people in there. I wanted to go through some questions also that have already been coming up around this accelerator. That way you just have all the information. And I see a few people are live here. Feel free to drop any questions in the chat and I'll answer them. How is this different from other offer creation programs? This is completely action-based. This is incredibly high touch. This is going to get you to do everything that you need to do to sell this motherfucker that week. Okay, so quick. So you're going to learn, but you're also going to implement with real-time support. So you're not going to get stuck, in a prompt or deer in headlights or too many ideas or indecision. Indecision kills progress, guys. Like, indecision kills progress. So if nothing else, this is going to be the space that you need to get the clarity that you need to actually do the fucking thing, okay? What if I don't have an offer yet? This is a really important question, you guys. If you don't have an offer yet, this might not be the right program for you, okay? Because I don't want you to get stuck on all the ideas, all right? This is really if you already have a developed idea, but you're struggling with positioning it, with messaging, with selling it. If you need help defining the offer, okay, Purpose to Profit is probably a better course for you to start with, or you could sign up for this and then do VIP with me or something like that, all right? If you're not sure whether or not your offer is developed enough for this, go ahead and send me a message. I will be really clear and honest and upfront with you because I really don't want anybody in here who's not ready for this. It's not good for anybody, okay? All right. I struggle with marketing. Will this help me? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We are going to cover a step-by-step sales strategy that's designed specifically for holistic service providers, okay, who don't want to feel really gross when they're selling. So this is really perfect for you if you're really not good at marketing or really not good at selling or you don't think that you're good at those things. Hi, Jalen. Okay. What tech do I need? Oh, oops, I skipped one. Do I need a big audience to make this work? Absolutely not. I don't care if you're even posting right now. It doesn't matter. We are going to make this work for wherever you are right now in your business. You do not have to have an audience in order to sign up and make the most out of this, okay? Next question was, what tech do I need? Honestly, Google Doc. You got a Google Doc? That's really it. Everything else you may need, you're going to be able to get for free and step-by-step tutorial on how to do that. That might include something like Calendly to book a call with you. That might include MailerLite if you want to set up like an opt-in form for a freebie or lead magnet. None of these things are mandatory, but I'm going to help you with everything that you do need. And again, if tech intimidates you, you definitely want to get your ass in here because I can help you with that. I love tech. I love automations. I love all of this stuff. So you're in the right place if you don't. Okay? All right. Is there ongoing support after the accelerator? So you might think, this sounds awesome. Weekend, great. But what happens if I need help after that? So you are going to get, first of all, lifetime access to the Offer Alchemy course. You get access to that immediately as soon as you sign up. Okay? And what's great about that is this is not the last offer you're ever going to make and launch. Let's be real, right? We are creative beings. We love to make new things and invent things and all of that stuff. So you get lifetime access to this. You could go through the process over and over again every time you get a divine download idea, all right? Is this really worth I have this written down as an FAQ. I'm like laughing reading at this. Is this really worth $297? Everything I just shared with you, you get all of this, access to me in a group of 20 people, no more than that, for $297 and lifetime access to the course. You tell me, is it worth it? You tell me. What if I have more questions? It's the last question. If you have more questions, send the girl a note, all right? Send me a voice memo, send me a message here on Instagram, send me an email, however you want to reach out and connect, go ahead and do that. Happy to answer all your questions. Again, I only want you here in this container if it's right for you. So that's my job, is to help you understand if this is the right move for you. And if it's not, I'm going to be completely blunt and honest with you about that because that's really important to me. All right? Well, this is fun. Thanks everybody for being here. Let me know whatever questions that you have, and then we begin bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on Monday, all right? We are live together. We are taking action. We are making moves. We are having fucking fun doing it too. We will laugh. We may cry. We may laugh and cry. We may laugh until we cry. I don't know. We'll see. All right. My computer says battery low. That means it's time to sign off. I could keep rambling here for days. I won't do that to either of us. I love you so much.